the theory of consumer behavior, there are two main theories. I will explain that. Right. Online, there are small. Right. I think now you can see the board. Today we are going to discuss the theory of behavior, theory of consumer behavior. Under this theory, we are going to discuss two main theories. One is cardinal approach. Other one is ordinal approach. Ordinal approach. AWPROACH. Ordinal approach. These are the oldest theory in economics, because today you have opportunity to chance to discuss demand theory. Earlier, that very beginning, economics people realized the consumer behavior demand theory under these theories, under these theories. Then according to the cardinal approach, again a cardinal or utility theory. There are another two theories: diminishing marginal utility theory Other one is equimarginal utility theory. Right. Then ordinal approach, the strategy, that is techniques, is indifference curve analysis. Another alternative name, indifference. Indifference curve analysis. Right. Today we will hope to cover this session. Your final exam also, definitely there is a one question. You can go to the past papers already uploaded. We will hope to consider that past papers related to this title. Then you can realize how we are going to test your knowledge, right? Then first we will hope to discuss cardinal approach. Wait. Section 1. Now, the theory of consumer behavior. First thing is utility theory. This is presented by Albert Marshall. So there is an alternative name that Marshall's utility theory. cardinal approach, Marshall's utility theory, right? Cardinal approach. There are so many names. That is quantitative one. In Sinhala, it is called Sankhya Suchaka Niyaya, Pramanatmaka Pravesha. Like that, there are so alternative names in English. Cardinal approach or utility theory or Marshall's utility theory. From time to time, that at the very beginning, that economics people use that word utility, right? But there is no theory. As a theory, the utility developed by Marshall, that is called Marshall's utility theory, Albert Marshall. Then first you have to realize what is utility. Right now there are lecturers that maybe economics. There are so many students, very good knowledge about economics. Then they realize what is, they can easily understand what is utility. Sometimes you may tell that utility means satisfaction or welfare. You can accept, but you should know how to define what the correct way. Then here you can see that the wants satisfying power contained in a good is said to be its utility. Right? Now you know that our wants or our needs and wants we can fulfill by consuming goods and services. Then that commodity, that good or services, has some power to satisfy our needs or our wants. That is the utility. The good has some power. The good has some power to satisfy our needs. That power is the utility. Then wants satisfying power contained in a good is said to be its utility. Right? In economics, the term utility is used to denote satisfaction. You can use that word, that satisfaction or welfare. But remember that utility and satisfaction, there are two words, two meaning. After consuming something, you can get the satisfaction, satisfaction. Before consume, you can realize the utility. Right? When you are going to buy something, because that commodity has some power to satisfy our needs or wants. That power is utility. We are not consume. Before consume, we are going to purchase that commodity. Why? That good has some power to satisfy our needs. That is the utility. Before consuming, you can realize the utility. But in here, that in this session, you can use that utility and the satisfaction as a same word. That is not bad. You can use this word, but you have to understand. You should know how to define what is utility. Utility. The want satisfying power of the commodity is called utility. Right? Now, that theory developed by many assumptions. Upakalpana mata. There are now demand theory or whatever the theory in economics, all are developed, all are based on some assumptions. This is also same. Right? Now, according to this theory, the main assumption is that utility can be measured. Utility can be measured. Then assume that at the thirsty, very, very thirsty time, you are taking one glass of water. You can get something. We can't express in word what we are getting. But according to this theory, that can be measured. Otherwise, we can't discuss this type of theory. Right? Now, you can use the cardinal numbers. And then assume that you are taking one ice cream at the very hot time. You can get something. But you can't tell what we gain. According to this theory, you can measure 7, 8, 10, like that. Using that cardinal numbers, you can measure. That is called cardinal approach. You are using that cardinal numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. That is the thing. This is mentioned as a cardinal approach. Cardinal approach. Right? Then economics people, there is a hypothetical measurement. They imagine that there is a utility that you are taking one commodity, get something that is util 7 or 8, like that. The measurement is util in hypothetical measurement. Right? The law assumes that the marginal utility of money is constant. According to this theory, when you are consuming more and more commodity, not one commodity, the price of the commodity is constant. It is not changing. You are taking one ice cream, then 50 rupees, another one 50 rupees, another one 50 rupees, like that. The price is constant. That is why that marginal utility of money is constant. Right? There should not be any time gap between the consumption of one unit to another unit. One unit to another. You are taking a glass of water at the thirsty time, that moment. Not today you are taking one glass of water, and tomorrow at the thirsty time you are taking another glass of water, then day after tomorrow at the thirsty time you are taking another glass. No, that is not the way. Then today at the thirsty time you are taking one glass of water, another, like that. You are taking more and more. Right? At the moment. Or day. One day you are taking same commodity. Or week. You are taking rice and dry fish, rice and dry fish, only 1 week. Then you can test this theory. Right? There is no time gap at the moment, or day, or week. Right? The unit of the commodity are homogeneous. Samajatiya. There is no different one unit to another. You are taking one glass of water, that may be a hot water, then again cool water, no. Right? Next, maybe a cup of tea, no. Right? That homogeneous, the commodity should homogeneous. The consumer is assumed to be rational economic man. Right? He consuming, or he is purchasing commodity to maximize the utility. He spend his money to maximize the utility. Right? When you go to the market, you can buy something like that. You are very busy. No, that is not the way. First, you are go to the weekend fair or whatever. You have to check the prices, how today prevailing prices. Then observe those things, and you can buy. Then you can maximize the utility. You are always try to spend his money to maximize the utility. That is rational. Introspective method. ආත්ම පරීක්ෂාවක් කළ හැකි බව. Introspective method. You can observe yourself, then you can realize others are also doing so. Others also same, right? Introspective method. First, you have to observe yourself. Then we have to realize that the market, that others also doing same, right? So these are the assumptions. You can go to the handout. Then there are some explanation. You can go to the textbook chapter 7. Then there are more details you can read, right? You don't find out any other textbook. That chapter 7 and 8 is more than enough to realize this title, right? This topic. Now already you studied demand theory. Now, first session you discuss demand theory. Normally, that normal commodity demand is that's the demand curve that is left to right downward the negative slope. Here, quantity price, right? Now, this is the market demand curve. It is left to right downwards. This market demand curve derived from adding individual demand curves. Likewise, then assume that there are two consumers. Consumer, we will put A and B. Price, quantity, 0. This is the demand curve of A's demand curve. Here, B's demand curve. Price, quantity. Now, you have to assume that there is a one commodity. There are two consumers, only two consumers in the market. Then assume that price is 5 rupees. Unit for quantity is 4. That then here 5. We will go 6. You can add horizontally. Then the market demand 5 rupees. 4 plus 6, that is 10. Right? Then you can realize how to derive the market demand curve. Adding individual demand curve horizontally, you can derive the market demand curve. Now here you can realize something. The slope of the individual demand curve also left to right downwards. Negative slope. Then the market demand curve also same. According to the theory that utility theory, or that there are two theories under utility theory, ordinal or cardinal theory. We are going to realize, or we are going to observe why individual demand curve is left to right downwards. And you can realize market demand curve. We are not going to consider that why market demand curve is left to right now. According to the theory of consumer behavior, under theory of consumer behavior, there are so many theories. Under these theories, we are going to observe why individual demand curve is left to right downwards. That is introspective method. We observe ourselves, yourself, and others also assume that doing same way like that. තමන් ගැන හොයලා අනිත් පැත්ත එහෙමයි කියලා හිතා ගන්නවා. You can imagine others also doing same way. First, you can observe yourself. That means why individual demand curve is left to right downwards. right? These reasons goes to market demand also. Under these theories, we are going to observe individual consumer. Right. Now you can realize what is utility, what are the assumptions, right? Under these assumptions, according to the utility theory or cardinal approach, we can discuss other two theories. One is diminishing marginal utility theory. Diminishing marginal utility theory. Now here, under cardinal approach or utility theory, there are two theories: diminishing marginal utility theory. Other one is equimarginal utility theory. Now first, we are going to discuss diminishing marginal utility theory. You can refer the handout. You can see the PowerPoint presentation. Right. These are the assumptions. Two theories. Under those assumptions, we can discuss two theories. Diminishing marginal utility theory. Right. Here there are two concepts: total utility. You have to realize what is total utility, and marginal utility. Then how to calculate these things. Then total utility associated with the good or services is total amount of satisfaction that the consumer obtain from the goods or service. I will take the numerical data, then you can realize how to calculate total utility. Then marginal utility measures that the additional satisfaction derived from an additional unit of a commodity when the level of consumption of all other commodities held constant. Right? Then you can calculate the marginal utility, change in the total utility, that is delta. Normally, that Greek letter delta, we use that explain the different. Then here that formula delta, that is change in total utility. Total utility of that the difference you have to take. Here change in x. Here also delta, that different. Right. Venus. Right. Now I will explain by using data, then you can realize what is total utility, how to calculate total utility, marginal utility, like that. Right. Here also you can realize. Then here 20, when you are taking one commodity, 1 unit, then you can earn 20. Then the second, here there are, you are taking 20, then the additional unit, you can earn 10. Then 20 plus 10, that is 30. Likewise, you can get the total. Here that 0 to 1, that is 20. Then 20 divided by 1, that is 20. Here 1 to 2, 10. Difference is 1. Here 1, 1, 1. You can write the directly that difference, that is 10, 7. Like that, you can get the marginal utility. Right. You can realize. Right. Diminishing marginal utility theory. Here we are considering the consumer is consuming only one commodity. When you go to the market, you are purchasing or you are buy only one commodity. That is not practical. Normally, when we are go to the market, we are taking more than one commodity. But according to utility theory, you can consider that consumer is consuming one commodity, how the behavior is. That is the diminishing marginal utility theory. Now, assume that we are going to purchase commodity X. Now, total utility of X. Here, marginal utility of X. Two concept already we see the PowerPoint. Now assume that we are not taking any amount, there is no utility. Assume that at the thirsty time, very thirsty time, you are taking one glass of water. Then you can get something. According to this theory, it can be measured. You can get 7, 8, 10, 15, then earlier that table, that 20, like that any amount you can get. Person to person, it may be different. Better take less number, taking 100, 150 like that, somewhat difficult. There are some calculations that add in purpose somewhat difficult. So better to take when you are taking one glass of water, right? You can put 8, 7, 9, 10, any number, right? Now assume that we are taking 7 unit, right? So you don't worry about that number. It should be less. Better take 12, 13, 10, 8, 7 like that. This number, right? Now, according to theory, you are consuming more and more commodity at the moment. That first time you are taking another glass of water, you can take some. You can get something. That first one you gain 7 unit. That is at the very first time you are taking one glass, so you can get more utility, more satisfaction. That is 7 utils. That is the hypothetical amount util in single util. That is the hypothetical measurement. That is util 7. Util 7 utils. Then next one, that another glass of water, you can get some utility, that satisfaction less than first one. It may be 6, 5 like that. Assume that it is 6. Then total utility 6 by 7, that is 30. Then now you can realize what is total utility. Likewise, you are taking another glass of water, you can get something. Earlier 7, second one 6, then next 5. The total is 18. Can you realize that? According to theory, the second one that gain something, that it should be less than 7, first one. Right. Now fourth one, earlier 7, 6, 5, then now 4, then fifth one, then you can earn something, 25, sixth one, 27, seventh one, 28. You are taking a glass of water, then another. Now you are full of water. Satisfied. Right? You are taking one by one, that is total utility is increasing. 7, 13, 18 like that, 28. Then now you are fed up with the water, but according to this theory, you are going to take another glass of water. Now you are refuse, no satisfaction, same, 0, that is 20. But however, you are, according to this theory, you are taking another glass of water. Now what happened? 27. That is minus, right? You are refusing. Then a right? According to the theory, you can calculate the marginal utility of x. That is a delta tu x divided by delta x. Now 0 to 1, you are taking 1 glass of water, taking 1 to shift, then you can get something. ගුරක් දෙකක් බොනකොට මොනවා හරි එනවා. මේ දැනුමක් එනවා, මොනවා හරි ලැබෙනවා. That is the marginal. When you are taking 0 to 1, not it is 1, 0 to 1. Here 7. The delta tx, delta tux, that is 7. Here 1 divided by 1. The answer is 7. Answer is 7. Then 0 to 1, it is 7. Not 1. 0 to 1. Right? 0 to 1. Likewise, you can calculate 1 to 2. Here 1 to 2. Delta tu is 6. 6 divided by 1. That is answer is 6. Right. Here 2 to 3, 5. 8 into 20, that is 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, minus 1. What happened? The mu. When we are taking more and more commodity, more glass of water, total utility is increasing by decreasing rate or diminishing rate. Diminishing rate. That is the law. Here there is a law. The law of diminishing marginal utility theory. What is the law? When you are taking more and more commodity, the total utility is increasing. When you observe the marginal utility, that is increasing, decreasing rate or diminishing rate. Then there is a law, the law of diminishing marginal utility theory. There is a principle that is the law. එතන මූල ධර්මයක් තියෙනවා, නීතියක් තියෙනවා. That is the law of diminishing marginal utility theory. Right? Then what is law of diminishing marginal utility theory? Better to take some hypothetical data, and if you can explain, it's better. Right? You can get any number here and deduct one by one, then automatically you can prove that theory. Right? Right. Then other thing is, you have to realize what is the difference between total utility and marginal utility. Total utility and marginal utility. Now, the data, when you consume more and more commodity, total utility is increasing by decreasing rate. Right? Total utility is positive, that is increasing. Then marginal utility also, that is positive values, but diminishing rate. There is a relationship when the maximum point of the TU, that 20, 20, 28, 28, that mu become 0. Right? Through the data, you can realize some extent how the relationship between TU and mu, that graphically you can realize well how the relationship between these two concepts. Right? So now here total utility of x, here quantity x 0. Now here marginal utility of x, marginal utility of x. Here 0, marginal utility of x 0, here quantity x. Now according to the data, now quantity is 1, 2, 3 like that, 7, 13, that highest number is 28. You can get any measurement, then 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, that 30 like that. You can here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 like that. You can get the measurement. Here also same, here 1, 2, same direction. You have to consider that 3, 4 like that. Then here mu is 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 like that. Now 1 to 7, 2 to 13 like that. You can 1 to 7, 2 to 13, then 7 to 8 is the 28 like that, something like this, right? You don't worry about that. Here between 7 8, the total utility is that is the maximum point of the TU. Then you can mark the mu, then 0 to 1 7, 1 to 2 6, then 0 to 1, you have to take the middle point of the 0 to 1, that is 7. 1 to 2, then middle point of the 1 to 2, it is 6 like that. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now here 0. You can join these points, that is mu. That is linear curve, left negative, that downward, that negative slope. Now you can realize what is the relationship between these two curves. Normally that TU is positive. Mu is negative slope. Right. Negative slope, left to right downwards. But figures are positive. Right? At the maximum point of the TU, mu becomes 0. Mu becomes 0. Then TU turn down. What happened to the mu? Going through the negative area. Right? Then graphically, what happened? Right. Graphically, you can realize well what is the relationship between TU and mu. TU and mu. Now go to the right? Now, the relationship between TU and MU, the total utility curve is positive slope. The marginal utility curve is negative slope. When total utility increases at diminishing rate, marginal utility diminishes. When total utility is maximum, marginal utility become 0. When total utility decreases, marginal utility become negative. Right? TU positive, MU negative, but it is positive. Right? Then we already discussed the law of diminishing marginal utility. The law is stated that as a person consume more and more of given commodity, marginal utility of the commodity will eventually tend to be decline. Right? That is a law of diminishing marginal utility theory. Now, again, right, the relationship between PU and MU, right? Now here, normally that total utility is positive slope, positive. Now here you can see that curve is positive, positive slope. That MU is negative slope, right? When total utility increases, the total utility increases, diminishing rate. Then what happens? The marginal utility diminishes. When total utility is maximum point of the total utility, MU becomes 0. Right? When total utility diminishes, turn down, then what happens? The marginal utility become negative, going through the negative area. Right? Now you can realize the relationship between these two, that TU and MU graphically. You can realize well. Right? Now we are going to discuss the relation between TU and MU. To the PowerPoint, you can see that. Now we are going to discuss consumer equilibrium. Consumer equilibrium point. According to the diminishing marginal utility theory, that means that consumer is consuming one commodity, then how the consumer equilibrium point, right? And now we have to consider that. At the consumer equilibrium point, this is the condition. MU equal to P. Always consumer spend his money comparing the marginal utility. That is the condition. MU equal P, or money, that is money income, MM, price into Q. Right? If he does not have enough money, he will consume as long as marginal utility is greater than price. Right? At the equilibrium point, MU equal P. Therefore, in marginal form of condition of the consumer equilibrium or optimum purchasing rate can be shown as this. Or you can, that is money income equal to price and the quantity. M refers to the money. MUP, if there is no enough money to satisfy equilibrium condition 1. Right. Now I explain through the data, then you can realize. Later we can discuss mathematical approach. Right. Right. We can consider same data to discuss the equilibrium. Now we will put that 1 2 7 6 5 4 3 2 1 0 minus 1. Now according to the theory, can you remember that the price of the price, that marginal utility of money is constant, like that there is a assumptions. Then the price of the commodity is constant, stable. Now assume that price of X is, you have to observe the marginal data, that's 765 like that. Then the condition is, and the equilibrium condition, remember that mu equal to price, mu X equal to price of X. Always he comparing these two, the price and the marginal utility. Now, according to this data, you can take prices 10 rupees, 20 rupees. That is wrong. You have to observe the data that 765 like that. You can get 5 or 4. 4. The glass of water, that is 4 rupees like that. You have to measure 4 or 5. Better take 4. I will put that 4 rupees. 4 rupees. That is constant. It is not changing. 4, 4, 4, 4 like that. Now, the consumer is consuming 1 unit of X. He has to spend 4 rupees, but he can gain 7 utils. That mu is 7. He comparing the price and the marginal utility. The price is less than the marginal utility. The marginal utility is higher. Definitely he will buy 1 unit of X. Then consume 2 units of second one. The price is 4. Marginal utility of X is 6. Mu is greater than price. Definitely he will buy second one. Then third one, 4, 5. Mu is greater than price. He will buy third one also. Then here, fourth one, that condition satisfied, that price is equal to marginal utility of X. Quantity also 4, don't worry about that. It should not be equal to the 4, but here 4. This is the saturation point, right? At the third time, consumer taking 4 glass of water, that is the saturation point, right? That is the condition should satisfy at the equilibrium level, right? That is, you have to realize that. Now, according to the Marshall, at the beginning, there is no demand theory. They realized the consumer behavior or demand theory according to these theories. Then inside this theory, the demand curve, demand theory also activating. Now here you can realize that. Now assume that the consumer is going to consume that or purchase or buy fifth one, price is 4. He can gain 3 mu, that is marginality of X is 3. Always he comparing the price and the marginal utility. So he will definitely purchase fifth one when the price is 3 rupees. Price is 3 rupees. Can you realize? Right? Then if you can't understand, then here you can realize again. Then assume that he is going to purchase sixth one. All right. He can spend 4 rupees. He can gain 2. That is mu is 2. Price of the commodity is 4. Always he is comparing these two, that price of the X is equal to marginal, that is comparing these two. He will ready to purchase sixth one when the price is 2 rupees. Likewise, he is ready to buy the seventh one when the price is 1 rupee. Now you can realize the consumer is ready to consume or buy or purchase more and more commodity when the price is reduced. That is the demand theory, price theory. You can realize the consumer behavior or the demand theory according to the diminishing marginal utility theory. Inside this theory, the demand theory also activating. Right? You can go to the handout. You can go to the chapter 7. Then you can read more. Can realize well, I think. Now, according to the graph, graphically, also we can derive the demand curve. According to the diminishing marginal utility theory, you can derive the demand curve also. Right? Here, one graph actually. This is the part 1, part 2, part 3. Now here price of X, here quantity X. Now according to the equilibrium point, that mu X equal to price of X. Now mu X equal to price of X, you can get same direction here 1, here 2. Like that you can get same to 3, 4, 5, 6, like that you can get same direction. Now here again 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. Then according to the marginal utility 0 to 1, 7. Here 1 to 7, 1 to 7, 2 to 6. Likewise you have to mark. Then 7 to 8 there is a point that 0, like that. Then this is the demand curve of X. How to derive the demand curve by using mu curve or according to the diminishing marginal utility theory. Right? Some textbook explain that mu X equal demand curve, like that, X, the demand curve of X. But better to when you are marking that point, that mu 0 to 1, 7, but here 1 to 7, 2 to 6, like that. That is only different between these two. Right. Now we can prove that according to the utility theory or diminishing marginal utility theory, the demand theory or price theory also inside the theory, that is activating that demand theory inside the diminishing marginal utility theory. So now,
excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Can you explain again how to derive the demand curve a little bit?
Through the data.
Yeah.
The data, yes. Now here, there are some students difficult to realize single, that there are Tamil students. Then not nice. Now I will explain in English. It's very simply. So now always the consumer is comparing. This is the equilibrium condition. I already explained. Mu X equal to price of X. මේක තමයි සමතුලිත කොන්දේසි. හැමතිස්සෙම ගෙවන මිලට ලැබෙන ආන්තික උපත සමාන කරමින් තමයි පාරිභෝගිකයේ භාණ්ඩ මිල දී ගන්න. This is the equilibrium condition. Always consumer is comparing price of the X and the marginal utility of X. When the marginal utility of X is higher than price of X, definitely he will buy the unit. Right? Now, consuming 1 unit of X, he spent 4 rupees. He can gain 7 units. Then price of X is greater than less than that number. Mu is greater than price of X. Right? Now here, right? Price of X is less than MUX, or MUX is greater than PX. Definitely he will ready to consume 1 unit of X, no doubt. Then the second one, he spent 4 rupees, 6. 6 is greater than 4. The price is less than MU. He will definitely purchase second one. Then the third one, 4, 5. He will take third one. Then when you consider that fourth unit of X, that price is equal to MU. That is the saturation point. Right? Samtutta. Is at the third time when you are taking 4 glasses of water, so okay. According to the theory, we are going to test the law, that diminishing marginality theory. He is taking more and more commodity. Then he is ready to take fifth one. Then the price of X is 4. He spent 4 rupees. He can gain 3. MU is 3. Now price is higher than the MU. The consumer is always comparing these two, that MU and the P. He will ready to purchase fifth one when the price is 3 rupees. එයා හැමතිස්සෙම ගෙවන මිලට ලැබෙන උපයෝගිතාව සමාන කරමින් නම් භාණ්ඩේ මිලදී ගන්නේ පස්වෙනි එකකේ ගන්න සූදානම් වෙන්නේ මිල 3ක් විතරයි. Likewise, he is ready to take sixth one when the price is 2 rupees. He is ready to take or consume 7 unit of X when the price is 1 rupees. Now here you can see he is ready to take more and more commodity when the price is reduced. That is the price theory or demand theory. මිල අඩු වෙනකොට වැඩියෙන් ගන්න. Right. Inside this theory, the demand theory also activating. Then at the beginning, there is no demand theory. They realize the demand theory or price theory or the consumer behavior through these theories. When the price is reduced, he is ready to take more and more commodity. අපි උනත් එහෙමනේ පොල්ට ගියපුවාම මිල අඩු නම් වැඩියෙන් කියනවා. දැන් මේ දවස්වල එළවලුවත් ගේන්නේ නැහැ නේද? Price is very high. Price is reduced, we will ready to take more and more commodity. වැඩියෙන් ගන්න මිල අඩු මිලද වැඩියෙන් ගන්න. That is the demand theory. He is ready to take more from X when the price is less. That is the demand theory. So now through the MU, by using MU, you can derive the demand curve also. This is how you have to derive the demand curve. Right? Now, Marshall, according to Marshall, this is the diminishing marginal utility theory. He explained, and he argued that this theory based on many theories. Now, what is the practical usage of diminishing marginal utility theory or utility theory? One is you can realize the consumer behavior. You can derive the demand curve, demand theory, right? Now already we explained that. Now, according to Marshall, this theory, according to this theory, he explained water diamond paradox. water diamond paradox. ජලය සහ දියමන්ති ද්වෛතය, water diamond paradox. Now, then introduction part, I think you already discussed. There are three schools in economics: that classical, neoclassical, modern. Then classical economics, that is Adam Smith and others. They are the classical economists. Then the neoclassical, Marshall and Buchanan, they are the neoclassical economics. Now, that paradox, that water diamond paradox, that using this theory, that neoclassical, that Marshall and others answer to the water diamond paradox. But classical economics, they are not rich enough to answer to the water diamond paradox. Now I will explain the water diamond paradox, that water is needed for our life. Without water, we can't live. That is needed. But diamond or gold, diamond, diamante is not needed. Without diamond, we can live. But when you compare the price, the water price is very less, or there is no price. But diamond price is very high. That is the paradox. Dvaide, Venus. That is the paradox. Right? Then according to the diminishing marginal utility theory, the Marshall can answer to that paradox. Then you can realize here. Now, when you take in more and more commodity, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like that, consuming more and more commodity, you can observe the marginal utility. It is diminishing or decreasing. Right? When you are taking more and more commodity, MU is diminishing, means value of the goods is reducing. Then what is the answer for the water diamond paradox? More commodity, diminishing marginal utility, that is the value of the commodity also diminishing. More commodity, water is abundant. Jale bahulai. That is the reason. Again, that diamond is, that is scarcity concept. They are water is abundant. That is the paradox. The answer is water is abundant. Jale saha diamanti dvaide. Right. Then according to Marshall, this theory based on the, he explained that based on the tax policy also. When consuming more and more commodity, 1, 2, 3, 4 like that, then the marginality of marginality is diminishing, means value of the money is diminishing. Right? That is not good for the country or economy. Total dan yamak bahula nang එක එපා වෙනවා. Right? You have more money. You can එපා වෙනවද? That's the problem. According to Marshall, according to this diminishing marginal utility, you are having many gold. You are ready to donate. You have more money. You are dancing according to money. Right? That is the people who refuse the money. That is not better to the economy of the country. Then we have to get something more from those who have, then distribute those who not have. That's the tax policy. Right? එතකොට යමක් බහුල වෙනකොට මේ උපයෝගිතාව හීන වෙනවා කියලා කියන්නේ එතකොට ඒක එපා වෙනවා. එතකොට රත්තරන් එපා වෙනවා ඔයගොල්ලන්ට. ගොඩක් තියෙනවනම්. තව කෙනෙකුට දෙන්න පෙළඹෙයි. එතකොට සල්ලි වලට ඕන විදිහට නටන්නේ සල්ලි වැඩියයි. ඒක හොඳ නැහැ. ඒක මේ පැවැත්මට බාධාවක්. එතකොට ඒ අයගෙන් අරගෙන නැති බැරි අයට දෙන්න. That's the tax policy. The Marshall explained this theory based on the country tax policy also. Likewise, there are so many theories, so many concepts you can realize this according to this theory. So many concepts you can realize. So now go to the screen. Yes. Now here you can see that they explain the water diamond paradox. That the usage of the applications of practical usage, it is explained the water diamond paradox based on the tax policy. Derive the demand theory. There are three things here we discussed already. There are so many applications. Here we are considering only three. Right? Now, (10:30), I will give the 10-12 minutes to cup of tea or whatever. Then we can start again. Then according to the session that 9 to 12, already that link is given. That 1 to 4, another Zoom link I will give you. Not yet prepared. Right. Now we are going to discuss equimarginal utility theory. Equimarginal utility theory. There are two conditions should satisfied at the equilibrium point. For the equimarginal theory, the consumer is consuming more than one commodity. When we are going to the market, we are purchasing more than one. That is more practical than diminishing marginal utility theory. Right? Assume that we are going to purchase two commodity X and Y. This is the first condition. MUX equal to price of X, MUX divided by price of X equal to MUY divided by price of Y. That is the condition 1. Other condition is budget. Right? I will explain using the board. Then you can realize well. Right. Then next we are going to discuss equimarginal utility theory. In Sinhala it is called Samantika. Samantika Upayogita Nyaya. Equimarginal utility theory. Equimarginal utility theory. Here we are considering consumer is consuming more than one commodity. Maybe 2, 3, 4 like that. Right? Assume that he is consuming two commodity X and Y. Right? There are two conditions should satisfy at the consumer equilibrium point. One is marginal utility of X divided by price of X equal to marginal utility of Y divided by price of Y. go to the chapter 7. You can, there are so many details. According to the time constraint, I have to show all these things. Now, second one, the quantity X into price of X plus quantity Y into price of Y equal to I, right? That is the budget. This is income is equal to expenditure. The consumer is spending his whole income for the commodity. Whole income is given money. Assume that you are go to the market with 500 rupees. You should spend whole money, that given money, that 500 for X and Y. Otherwise, you are not rational. Income should equal to expenditure. That whole income is that given money. Right? You have to spend your whole money for the commodity. Whole income means whole money, whole income means given money. Right. Now, this is the two conditions should satisfy at the equilibrium level according to the equimarginal utility theory. Now, assume that three commodity X, Y, Z. Then you can write this MUX, PX, MUY, PY equal MUZ, PZ. Right? Here you can add another MUZ, PZ. Then quantity X into price of X plus quantity Y into price of Y plus quantity Z, price of Z equal to income. Likewise, you can write these two conditions for commodity, 5 commodity, or number of N. Then equal MUN, PN. Right? Here also plus N, PN equal to I. You can consider any number of commodity. If it is 2 commodity, this is the condition. If it is 3 commodity, you can get these 3. Likewise, 4, 5, that n number of n sankhya. This is the 2 condition should satisfy at the equilibrium point. Right now, through the data, you can realize well. Right now, equimarginal utility theory. Equimarginal utility theory. According to the equimarginal utility theory, the consumer is consuming more than one commodity. සාමාන්තික උපයෝගිතා න්‍යාය. පාරිභෝගිකයෙක් එක භාණ්ඩයකට වැඩිය මිලදී ගන්නා තත්ත්වයක් තමයි මේකෙදි සලකා බැලෙන්නේ. At the equilibrium point, equilibrium level, there are 2 conditions should satisfy. You can consider X and Y or A, B like that. Whatever the goods, you can assume that there are 2 commodity, X and Y or A or B. We will put that X and Y, then MUX divided by price of X, MUY divided by price of Y. Then the second, the quantity X, or you can put X, quantity X into price of X plus quantity Y into price of Y equal to income. Right? Income is equal to expenditure. Right? Now, quantity, we will put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then MUX, according to your handout, I will hope to take same data, MUX, MUY. Now here 160, 140, 120, 100, 80, 60. Here 110, 100, 90, 80, 70, 60. It is given. It is given. And price of X is 40 rupees. Price of Y is 20 rupees. The consumer income is equal to 240. Then there is a story. Then a rational woman or lady went into the weekend fair with 240 rupees. He is going to buy that fish, that is X, and a vegetable, that is Y, right? Then her marginality of X and Y, that data is given, right? Then the price of X is 40, price of Y is 20. Then you have to find out, or you have to calculate utility maximization commodity bundle. At the utility maximization point, the commodity bundle, that how much from X, how much from Y, like that, you have to calculate, right? Now, according to this condition, that first condition, right? MUX divided by price of X. Price of X. Now, this is the first part. Now, MUX is given. Price of X also given, that is 40. Then you have to divide by 40, that is 4. Divide by 40, that is 3.5. Divide by 40, you can remove the 0, then 3. 40, remove, that is 2.5. 40, that is 2. Divide by 40, that is 1.5. Right? Then MUY, now this part, MUY divided by PY. The price of Y is given, that is 20 rupees, right? Then divide by 20. Then 5.5. Divide by 20, that is 5. Divide by 20, 4.5. Divide by 20, that is 4. Divide by 20, that is 3.5. Divide by 40, 20, no? 20. That is 3. Right. Now, MUX divided by price of X equal to MUY divided by price of Y. Now you can tally these quantities. Now, MUX, now here, 4, 4. Here 4 means X. X unit, 1 unit from X, right? Then here Y, then 4 means 4 units from Y. Likewise, you can tally other equilibrium things, that the same point, that 3.5 here 3.5. You can tally this, can tally here another bundle. Here X means 2, 2, 5, like that you can get 2, 5. Then here 3, 3 from X, 6 from Y. 3, 6. Then there are 3 commodity bundles you can identify according to the first condition. Right? Now there are 3 bundles. Now this is the second condition. Then quantity X into you will take another color, price of X, that is 40. You can use that, right? 40, that is 40 rupees. Then 4 into 20, 80. The consumer spent 120. He got the fare with 240. He spent only 120. Not rational. This is not the equilibrium commodity bundle. Then here 40 means 80. Here 20 means 100. Then 180. No, that is not the utility maximization commodity bundle. Here 40, that is 120. Here 20, that is 120. 120, 120 plus 240. This is the equilibrium commodity bundle. That 2 conditions should satisfy when consumer, that lady purchasing or consuming that 3 units from X, 6 units from Y. That is the utility maximization commodity bundle. You can maximize the utility when 3 from X, 3 units from X, 6 units from Y. Right? Here you can see that both 2 conditions should satisfy here. How he distribute his money? 120 rupees for X, that is fish or something. 120 rupees for vegetable or whatever, that Y. Right? Now you can realize so many things. Now I assume that the consumer income is reduced up to 180. Then how the consumer income and purchasing, how behavior, that now then 240, the income reduced up to 180. He reduced both from, then here 3 to 2, 6 to 5. Income reduced, the purchasing goods also reduced. Likewise, you can realize how the relationship between income and the that consuming or that purchasing. Likewise, you can see so many things here. Now you can or you can prove inside this theory also that demand theory is activated. Right? Now for that purpose, you have to reduce this price up to 20 rupees. 20 rupees. Now price of Y is same, income is constant, that is not change. Price of X is reduced up to 20. Now price of X. Now you have to remove these figures. Now price of X now divided by 20. Then 8. Divided by 20. Now 7. Divided by 20. 6. Divided by 20. 5. Divided by 20. 4. Divided by 20. 3. Right? Now again, the price of Y is constant. You don't worry about the price of Y. Same figures you can get. Now here, 6, 5, 4. 5 is there, no? 5 is there. Then there are 4, 4, 2. 4, 2. Then 4 units from X, 2 units from Y. Right. Then another commodity bundle, 4, 4. That 5 4. 5, 4. Then here 3, 3. 6 uniform both. 6 is 6. Right? Here 20, here 20, here 120, again 120, 240. This is the commodity bundle. Then now earlier, before change the price, the commodity bundle is 3, 6, so 3 units from X. The price of X is reduced 40 to 20. He can buy more from X, 3 to 6. Can you realize that when the price of X is reduced 20 to 40, he can buy more from X, right? Price is reduced, he consume more from X. That is the price theory or demand theory. Inside this theory, that demand theory also increasing. You can prove that, right? Now, this is very important for your final exam, not this spot test. Now, MUX. Considering this data, 180 minus 20 QX. MUY, right? Here 110, 120 minus 10 QY, right? Now, price of X is 40 rupees, price of Y is 20 rupees, consumer income is 240, right? Now, rational consumer went into the market to buy commodity X and Y. X equal dry fish, Y equal vegetable, like that. The price of the X, that may be 500 grams, 40 rupees, or 250 grams or 100 grams, that is 40 rupees. Price of Y is 20 rupees, that income is 240, like that. It is given that. And the marginal utility function, as a function, it is given that MUX equal 180 minus 20 QX, MUY equal 120 minus 10 QY. Right? Now, how can you solve this problem? Now you have to find out the utility maximization commodity bundle. Right? You can use two methods. One is that you can now here quantity 1, you don't put that, no need that 1, right? Q 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that you can get, right? Then substitute 1 here, then 100 here you can substitute 1 here, then 20 into 1, that is 20, 180 minus 20, that is 160. That MUX is 160, right? Then substitute 2 here, then quantity 2 here, then 40 minus 40, that is 140. Yeah, you have to realize that how it is deducting that 20, 20, like that. Then when you substitute 3 here, then that is 60, that is 120. You can reduce that 20, that is 100, again 20, like that you can get the data. Then MUY, again you can substitute 1 here, 1, then 10, 110, then you can substitute 2 here, right? Then 20, that is 90. You can realize the relation, that how deduct. Then 10, 10, that 80, 70, 60, like that, 110, 90, 20, like that you can write, right? So same method you can follow that, then now you can go to this method, right? But problem is you can you can't realize how many unit that down here the equilibrium point is 6, that, but you are not taking quantity 6 here, then there is a problem. Then you have to get more unit. That is not the way. Hari, as a equation type, you can solve this problem, right? So this is the way. Now there are two conditions, right? Mux px, muy divided by py. According to this condition, you can write this. Now mux is given. What is mux? 180 minus 20 qx. This part is given, that mux is given. Divided by price of x. It is given 40. Equal, then muy, it is given 120 minus 10 qy. Divided by py, given 20. Right? 10 qy. Right. Now you can simplify this. You can divide by 10. Right? All the data you can divide by 10. You can remove the 0 here. 10 divided by 10. Both sides you can divide by 10. So cross multiply that. Now here. Yes. 48 minus 4qy. Right? On this side equal 36 minus 4qx. Can you realize? Haras gunite. Right. Cross multiply, then 2 from that 18, we can remove the 0. That is 36 minus 2 into 2, that is 4qx. This side 12 into 4, that is 48 minus 4qy. Right. You can write this qx come to this side plus qx minus 4qy. 40 come to this side, that is minus, no? Minus 12. So we can write this way, 4qy minus 4qx and 12. You can write this. Not economics, that mathematics. You can remove this minus, multiply by minus, then you can write this equation. Equation 1. According to the first condition, this is the first condition. You can write the this equation. Can you realize? Right. Now mux divided by px. Mux is given. Then 180 minus 20 qx. That price of x, right here, divided by 40. Then 120, that is muy, here muy 120 minus 10 qy, divided by 20, right? According to the mathematical knowledge, you can simplify, then finally you can get this equation, right? Now according to the second condition, this is the second condition, quantity x, though you can put that quantity x into price of x, plus quantity y into price of y equal to I. Then that according to the given details here, that all the things are given, right? Price of x is 40. The quantity x we don't know. We don't know. Then 40 qx plus quantity y we don't know. The price of y, it is given that 20 qy equal to 240. You can remove 0, that divided by 10. Then 4qx plus 2qy equal to 24. This is the equation 2. Then there are two equations. One is, we will put here, then 4qy minus 4qx equal to 12. Right. Now there are two equations. According to the equilibrium conditions, we can write these two equations. Right. Right. Now you can solve these two equations. That is simple mathematics. You can remove 4qs. This is minus 4qs. This is plus 4qs. You can write plus 1 plus 2. Adding these two, you can remove these two. Then for 2, that is 6 qy equal to, can add these two, 36. Then qy equal 36 divided by 6. Then qy equal 6. 6. Then you can substitute that qy any of the equation, right? Substitute to equation 1. What is equation 1? 4qy minus 4qx equal 12. You can substitute qy is here, that 4 into 6 minus 4qx 12. Here 24, 4qx, here 12. Then 12, that is 24, come to this side, that is minus 24, then minus 12, here minus 4q. You can remove the minus into minus, that is plus. Then q equal 12 divided by 4, that is qx equal 3. Qx equal 3, qy equal 6. Same answer you can get. That same answer. Then qx equal 3, qy equal 6. Yes. Any doubt?
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Can you, in the second condition, can you repeat it? How did you get this 40x plus 20 qy equal 240? The second. No, not sir.
Yes. Okay.
Second
okay.
condition. Second condition. Second condition.
Okay. Right. Now.
This one.
These are the given details. These are the given details. That a rational woman went into the market to buy commodity X and Y. The price of X is 40, price of Y is 20. His income is 240. Like that, it is given.
Okay.
So according to this data, the second condition is quantity X.
Yes.
Into price of X. Into
X.
means multiply.
Yeah.
X වලින් මිලදී ගත්ත ප්‍රමාණය X වලින් මිලදී වැඩි කරනවා. The quantity purchased by X into price of X.
Yeah.
Plus the quantity purchased from Y into price of Y.
Yeah.
Equal to I. That is income. That is 240. Then 240 is clear, no? 240 is here.
Yeah.
Then here quantity X. Right?
Yeah.
Now we don't know actually. Quantity X we don't know. But price of X is given. That is 40.
Yeah.
Then 40 into QX. You don't put X that here also we use that quantity X, quantity Y like that. You can put here quantity Y, quantity X. Here quantity X.
Okay. Right. Okay.
Then plus price of Y, it is given that 20.
20 qy.
Quantity Y we don't know. That is, you will put that QY.
Yeah.
Right? You have to put that QX, QY. Otherwise, you can't simplify these two equations.
That's what I confused. That's what I confused.
Okay, right.
Because how did the Q came?
Quantity Y, yes, quantity X. Right, okay. Now we can divide by 10 like that. Right. For the final exam, these type of things very important. So you had better go through 2-3 wise and go to the past papers, and you can see that type of questions. Right now, that utility theory is over. Utility theory is over. Yes. Now you have this data. You go to the PowerPoint presentation. Now that numerical data to this numerical data. The price of X is 40, price of Y is 20, that income is 100, 240. You can't get any price, there is no point according to the this data. We have to find out the equilibrium point. But you can't take any price, any income like that. There are some we have to calculate. You can tally something, then according to this equation, that 180 you can get as a income. Then there's another quantity. You can realize when 2, 3 wise go to this data and simplify, then you can realize that. Then now better to write down that equations, 2 equations. Already I explained that. Yes. Yes, MUX equal 120 minus 20 QX. Then MUY equal 120 minus 10 QY. Then price of X is 40, price of Y is 20, income is 240. It is not given in the PDF or whatever that handout. You can't find out. Better to write, and you can go through these data and 2, 3 wise simplify. Then you can realize how the right. Now, yeah, better to write that MUX equal 120 minus 20 QX. MUY equal 120 minus 10 QY. The price of X is 40, price of Y is 20, then the income is 240. Find out the utility maximization commodity bundle, or how he spent his money for 2 commodity like that. There are so many questions you can ask. Right. Right. Now the time is, yes, 11:16. Yes. No big deal. We can. We'll try, yeah, right. Yeah, great. Right. Can you see the session 2, the indifference curve analysis? Already we discussed now cardinal utility approach we already completed. Now we are going to discuss ordinal approach. Ordinal utility approach, right? Right. Cardinal means utility. You can measure the utility by using cardinal numbers 1, 2, 3 like that. The utility can be measured. That is the cardinal approach. Already we discussed what is diminishing marginal utility theory, the law of diminishing marginal utility theory, how the demand theory, how to derive the demand equation, demand curve, then graphically what is TU, that is mu, like that we discussed. Then equimarginal utility theory, the consumer consume more than 2 commodity. Then how to calculate that equilibrium level of commodity bundle we already discussed. Now we are going to discuss that ordinal approach, that is presented by Hicks and Allen. First, Hicks and Allen criticized the cardinal theory. They badly criticized, and then they presented that very good alternative theory, that is ordinal approach, that is indifference curve analysis, right? Then utility not in quantitative terms. Then according to Hicks and Allen argue, then they criticize the utility theory. Now, at the third time, you are taking one glass of water. You can get something, you can gain something you can't express in word. But according to the theory, it can be measured. How can you measure? You can't tell in word what we gain, but you can measure. That is not reasonable. That is the argument, right? Then Hicks and Allen argue that utility cannot be measured. That is unreasonable. You don't want to measure the utility. Likewise, they argue. And they presented that is very good alternative theory, that is indifference curve analysis. Because the indifference curve analysis, they are taking more than one commodity, not one. The consumer is consume more than one. When you go to the market, we are purchasing or consume more commodity. There are more commodity, not one. Right? And there are so many assumptions according to the utility indifference curve analysis also, the rational customer, rational consumer, and he knows everything about the market, good knowledge about the market, what are the goods available, what are the prevailing price, like that. He knows everything. Likewise, there are assumptions, right? But according to the indifference curve analysis or ordinal theory, the utility cannot be measured. No need to measure. According to the preference, that is, we can rank according to the choice or preference. We can rank, we can order, and we can select the commodity bundle. We are prefer to that commodity bundle than others. No need to measure. We can compare. I don't know whether you realize utility can compare but cannot be measured. List commodities in the order of consumer preference. කැමැත්ත වරණය අනුව පෙළ ගස්සනවා, order කරනවා, rank කරනවා. Then you can, when you assume that your mother or you or went to the weekend fair, you can buy more from one unit. When you go to the market, you are taking more commodity, right? You have good knowledge about the market. Now we realize that what are the prices. The rice more than 200 per kilo. Then the vegetable, how more than 200 or 500 grams, more than 200. Likewise, we have some knowledge. Then when we are go to the market, we can select some good. That is the commodity bundle. We are prefer to that bundle, that selected bundle, than others. No need to measure. According to the preference, we can give some number. Right? We are not going to measure. Right? All right. I'll explain through the whiteboard. Right. There are many assumptions. Consumer are able to choose between combination of goods which are indifferent in the level of utility gain. A consumer seeks higher satisfaction by a lesser sacrifice. Prefer more or less of a goods in the relevant range of possible choice. Consumer are consistent in their ranking. Consumer process complete information. Consumer act rationally. Right? These are the assumptions based on ordinal, that is indifference curve analysis. Right. Now you can see the board. Now, according to the utility theory, you can measure the utility. Right. Now, according to the indifference curve analysis or ordinal approach, or indifference curve analysis, right? You can't measure the utility, and you can buy more from more than one unit. When you are go to the market, you are purchasing more commodity, and consumer is rational. There is a good knowledge about the market, what are the goods available, what are the prices, that prevailing prices, like that. He knows everything, right? Now, according to these assumptions, there is you can rank according to the preference. You can rank, you can order. Now, assume that there are 3 commodity bundles, A, B, C, right? Here, we will put that cold drinks, ice cream, chocolate, right? Here there is a 3 bundles. The bundle A, cold drinks, there are 2. Ice creams, there are 1. Chocolate, there are 12. Then commodity bundle B, here 1, there are we put that 14, here 2. Then next here 15, 1, 1. There are 3 commodity bundles: bundle A, bundle B, bundle C. Now assume that whatever the bundle, the price is 100. By giving 100 rupees, we can buy A, B, or C, whatever. That one bundle we can buy. That is the that expenditure is equal to 100, right? Right. Now assume that rational one boy will give the 100 rupees. Tell him to select one commodity bundle. Which one he is going to select? Assume that you have to select any of the bundle. Which one are you going to select? You can put the chat box. To the chat box, you can better to trial some use the chat box before the spot test. This is not the spot test. Now, as a trial, you now can use the chat box and direct message for me. You have to type the message, answer B, like that. Answer A or B, bundle A or B, bundle C. Your preference, your choice. C. That one is B, C, A, C, bundle C. There are 5 people. Yes, these are not direct message. You have to type it and select my name, then that is direct method. Then you are, yes, as a trial you can B and C. Yes, B, C, B. There are 10. Yes, A, C, D, right. D is not the bundle. B, yes. D, yes, you can select A, B, C. There are 3 bundles. Yes. Yes, C, B, right. You can't select 2 bundles. No money, no, we have only 100 rupees. You can select only 1 bundle, right? Only 1. C, B, C, A, C, B and C. You can't select two bundles, only 1 bundle. According to the income, that is 100 rupees. C, B, A, C, yes. D, you can't select D. There is no bundle D. Only 3 bundles. Yes. Here cold drinks, here ice cream, chocolate. In the first bundle, that bundle A, cold drinks bottle 2 bottles, ice cream 1, chocolate 12 pieces or like that. B, that bundle B, cold drinks only 1, ice cream there are 14, chocolate 2 pieces. Likewise, there are C, cold drinks bottle 15, ice cream only 1, chocolate only 1. Here cold drinks, okay, cold drinks, that is 12 15 bottles like that. Then many of the people selected C. I don't know, they are preferred to cold drinks. Then the second selected that A, they are preferred to 12. I can't count each and every, then assume that you are selecting C. Then you are preferred to C than A and B, A and B, A and B, right? Now you can rank, you can order. Then make a කැමැත්තේ අනුපිළිවෙලට ලියන්න පුළුවන්. You can rank, you can order, right? You are preferred to C than A and B. Then we have to write put C first, and you are preferred to A than B. We are not going to measure the utility. You can rank, you can order. Right? This is the way. We are not measure, no need to measure. Right? That is the argument done by Hicks and Allen. So now you can use the utility indexes to tell that. So we will write utility indexes. One index. You are preferred to C. Then you have to give the highest number for the C. We will put that 30. Then next you are preferred to A than B, so you can put 23. Then B 8. This is the utility index. Utility index. Indexes. Index. Utility index. You can use utility indexes, right? So now, according to the utility index numbers, so the consumers prefer to C than A. He is preferred to A than B. Like that, you can tell, right? You can use any number. I'll write another 105, 106, 100, or 99, 78. There are two indexes explaining same thing. He is preferred to C than A, he is preferred to A than B, like that. Same meaning. You can use any number, right? 78, 71, 68. Explaining same thing. But you can't use this type of numbers. 1684. That is wrong. Careful, you can't use. Then according to this data, he is preferred to C. He is twice preferred to C than A. He is twice preferred to A than B, like that. You can't tell. If you can measure the utility, you can tell that. You can't use this type of data, right? 32, 16, that 8. He is preferred to twice C than A. No, you can't tell. If you can measure the utility, you can tell. We can't measure the utility, so this type of data you can't use. These are corrected. We are not going to measure the utility. No need to measure the utility. You can rank, you can order, and using that numbers, then you have that selected bundle. You have to do the highest number. Then we can tell you have preferred to that bundle than other. no use of measuring. No need to measuring.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Can we give C according to rankings? Can we give first ranks for C, second rank, third rank for B, like that, instead of the 30,
Yes.
23, 8?
Yes.
First, second,
Now
third.
according to the now, assume that you are selecting, you are prefer to chocolate. Definitely you are selected commodity bundle A. Then you can put, you are got the rank in first, you are write A. That is the most prefer. You are prefer to A, bundle A. So you can rank, you can order. Now A is the first. Now next you are prefer to C. That means you are prefer to 15 cold drinks. You are prefer to take cold drinks. Select, you are definitely select C. Then second, then C, then B. According to the preference, බගේ වරණය අනුව වරණය කැමැත්ත, your choice, you can rank, you can order, then you can give the numbers, right? You have to put the highest number. You are prefer to A than C and B, then you have to give highest number for the A bundle A. You are not going to measure, you can compare, you can you are first according to the choice, you can rank, you can order, then give the highest number for the selected one that most people want. That is the way. Any doubt, any questions, any clarification? Now you can ask. Right? Right. I think you realize you can get something, you can understand through the textbooks. It is very simple way I explain. You can't find out the textbooks or this type of explanation even. All right, to MCS. Right. Right. Now we are not going to, according to the ordinal approach, we are not going to measure the utility. No need to measure the utility. Right? According to the preference, right? You can rank, you can order, and using that utility indices, you can tell he is prefer to bundle A than B or C, like that. You can compare. You can compare. Right. Now, according to the assumptions, you can derive the demand, that indifference curve. According to this theory, you can derive the indifference curve. Right. Now, there are two commodity, two axes. Assume that commodity X and Y. Here, quantity Y, not Y axis, not X axis. Or you can put quantity A, B, or like that, right? Here, quantity X, two axis, two commodity. Now, there are so many commodity bundle from X and Y. You can find out this area. There are 1,000 number of how much from Y, how much from X, like that. There are so many commodity bundles in this area. 1,000 number of bundles you can find out from X and Y. Right? Then there are some bundles use equal satisfaction. Equal satisfaction. You can join these points by using curve. That is, there are some points given equal satisfaction. Using this point, you can join these points. That is the indifference curve. Different commodity bundles, different commodity combinations, but it gives equal satisfaction, right? Yes. Right. According to the theory, then under these assumptions, you can derive the indifference curve. The indifference curve is used to explain the concept of indifferent level of utility gain from different combination of two commodities when consumed at once, holding the above assumptions. What is the indifference curve? Definition. An indifference curve shows various combination of two products, commodity or two product, two goods that yield the same level of satisfaction. Right? Then here that point A, B, C, not only point A, B, C, on the any point of the indifference curve gives equal satisfaction, but commodity bundle is different, right? And indifference curve shows the various combination of two products. Here, from protein something, food something that different. The commodity bundle is different, but gives equal satisfaction. So various combination of two product that yield the same level of satisfaction. විවිධ භාණ්ඩ සංයෝග සමාන උපයෝගිතාවක් ලබා දෙන ලක්ෂ්‍යයකට ලැබෙන වක්‍රය තමයි උපේක්ෂා වක්‍රය කියන්නේ. And indifference curve shows the various combination of two products, two goods or two commodity that yield the same level of satisfaction. Right? Yes. Oh, right. Now you can derive the indifference curve. Then what is indifference curve? You have to define. And according to the there are some another points maybe gives equal satisfaction. You can join indifference curve 2 like that. Then more than one indifference curve, that is indifference curve map, right? Indifference curve map. Now there are some features or characteristics of indifference curve, or there are properties of indifference curve. It is left to right downwards, right? Quantity y, quantity x. What are the features of indifference curve? What are the properties of indifference curve? The characteristics of indifference curve. It is left to right downwards and convex to the origin, right? Actually, here, right? Quantity y, quantity x0 should be smooth curve. Right. It is left to right downwards and convex to the origin, right? This is the one feature, convex to the origin, මූලයට උත්තලයි. And left to right downwards, so I said දකුණට පහළට බෑවුම් වෙනවා, right? Then quantity y, quantity x 0. higher level of indifference curve gives the higher level of satisfaction. Or you can tell other way around, that lower level of indifference curve gives the lower level of satisfaction. So there are more than one indifference curve, that is indifference curve map. The indifference curve never touch each other. Indifference curve never touch each other or intersect each other, not intersect each other. Now, this is indifference curve 1, indifference curve 2, point A, point B. Point A and B equal to indifference curve 1, that gives equal satisfaction, then we can write A equal B. Then point C, it is related to the indifference curve 2, then you can write A equal C. Then A equal B, A equal C, then B should equal to C. B should equal to C, but it is not. Then there is a contradiction, that consumer behavior is contradiction. So indifference curve never touch or intersect each other, right? Then indifference curve never vertical. Indifference curve never horizontal, not positive, right? Now here, assume that indifference curve is vertical, quantity y, quantity x. Yes, we will put that 4. Here we will put that 8, 4. Then there are 2 points, A and B. As a rational consumer, which point are you going to select? Then you can see that here indifference curve, that is vertical, and that is parallel to the vertical axis. Now, indifference curve never vertical or horizontal or positive, but assume that it is vertical. Then there are 2 points, point A, point B. At the point A, commodity bundle is 4 from Y, 4 from X, right? Then commodity bundle B, point B, that Y from 8 from Y, 4 from X. Which point are you going to select? Yes, point B. Yes, good. I am also selecting point B because as a rational consumer, we will try to take more and more commodity. Right? More and more commodity. We are trying to more and more commodity. Then point A, 4 and 4, 4 from 4 units from Y, 4 units from X. If you have selected point B, that 4 unit of X, you can keep itself that here. Then you can buy more from Y, 4 unit, another 4. Definitely we are selecting point B. Then at the vertical or horizontal or positive that indifference curve, that 2 point, there is a is preferred to B than A. He is preferred to B than A. That is preference. Between 2 point, consumer is in between that 2 point, that which one that he is going to do, that is preference is B. But indifference curve, now according to the indifference curve, that is left to right downwards, quantity Y, quantity X, then 2 points, there is a problem. Now here we will put that 1, 2, this X 4, 6. Point A, B. Now I think that this is fish 1 kilo, that for point A, 1 kilo from fish, yeah? Then 500 grams vegetable from A, like that. Then B, 4 unit of 500 grams vegetables, 2 kilos from fish. which one are you going to select? Right? Then you are indifferent between these 2 points. Right? You are indifferent. Which one are you going to select? උපේක්ෂාවක් එක ලක්ෂ දෙකක් අතර තියෙන උපේක්ෂාවක්. If you selected point A, you can consume more from vegetable, less from fish. If you are selected point B, you can consume more from fish, less from vegetable. Then you are indifferent between these 2 points. That is indifferent curve. But horizontal or vertical or positive, you can't see that between 2 points, not different, indifferent. They are selecting that is the preference. They are prefer to B, point B than A. එතන තියෙන වර්ණයක් preference එක තෝරා ගැනීම. Right? Right. Then you can realize what is indifference curve, what are the features of indifference curve. Likewise, you have to realize. Then here, through the handout, you can identify all the characteristics of indifference curve. It is convex origin, right? Cannot intersect each other. Higher indifference curve must represent the higher level of utility, right? Right. Then sometimes there are some commodities and you have to mix proportionally, right? Samanupathikos, you have to mix proportionally. So now here, assume that now here quantity Y, that is something vegetable salad. Quantity Y means vegetable salad. Here salt. Quantity Y is salt. Quantity X salt. මෙතන ලුණු, මෙතන එළවලු salad. Then you have to mix proportionally. Some unit of X, some unit of vegetable, right? Then indifference curve may be L shape. Can you, where is that board? Right. We can find out that, right. Now, assume that you can see the board. Here, quantity Y, quantity X equal salt, lunu, right? Here, quantity Y equal vegetable salad, right? You have to mix proportionally. Then something from X, something from Y, like that. Then there is a fixed proportion. Samanupathiko තමයි එක මිශ්‍ර කරන්න ඕනේ, fixed proportion. So then the indifference curve may be L shape. Right? Right, you can realize. So normally that it is left to right, downwards, and convex the origin.